I think that this campaign over disability benefit cuts, we really have to win, because we have no choice, because the consequences if these cuts go through are sort of catastrophic. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to be pushed into poverty, and yet we see the only reason why this is happening is, I think, that because the government think that we won't fight back. They think that we're a vulnerable group, that we can't stand up to them, so we have to show that we can. And also, I think, we've seen today Joe Stevens was boasting on social media that from April, she's going to give £2 billion, the Labour government's going to give £2 billion to the military. And they're even talking about even more than that, about 13 billion, but they say they can't afford 5 billion for disabled people. And I think there are obviously cuts to universal credit, but also the personal independence payment. We have to be clear, this is not a benefit to do if you're in work or out of work. It's what it says on its name. It's about independence. It's about equality. The disabled people's movement has been called the last civil rights movement. But if we look back at the original civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, before he died, he once said that budgets are moral documents. They tell us about any institutional government, about what is important to them and what is not important, about who is important and who is not important to them. And it's clear who is important to this government. The rich, the bankers, corporations, arms dealers and arms companies, and generals. That's who they serve. And we want a government that serves the people.